C. Burns here with another Praise in the Park family member. Why do I say that? Because this is not your first rodeo.
Not my first rodeo.
Not your first Praise in the Park.
Not at all.
Right? It's almost like we seen you grow up.
Kind of.
On Praise, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about it.
You know what? It's my honor. You know, everybody from Willie Moore to Jacqueline, everybody here, they have absolutely watched me grow up and then do this thing. And so it's my honor. Yeah. It's like grandma's house. You can tell how tall you are because grandma's house never changes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you never cease to amaze us. I think what a lot of people don't know, and I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about it, is Jonathan plays a plethora of instruments.
I play at a few things.
A few things.
Yeah.
What are those few things?
I just play the keys, guitar, and we grew up on drums like a lot of church boys.
He said the keys, the guitar, the drums.
Oh,
hey man, that's okay. Because a lot of people are not doing that. So talk to us a little. So Praise in the Park has been gone 4 years. I do believe you were at the last one that we did. You've been very busy in that time. You've been by the radio station in that time.
Yeah.
You know, what are the biggest things that you've been doing over the last few years that you're really proud of?
A lot of great things. This year in particular, we have a new album coming out. We just did a live recording in Chicago. I'm so proud of it. Hopefully you guys are hearing Still, which is one of the songs from that live recording with Jamal Roberts. It was a movie of a night, so I really can't wait for y'all to hear all that new music. We got a new Grammy this year with One Hallelujah with Tasha and Iz and everybody, Jacqueline and Erica. Even my artist Doe, on my label, she just got her first Grammy this year, and so man, it's just been a great year. I started teaching at VUU, and so everything is just is a lot.
So when I say he has grown up, literally, like grown up right before our eyes on Praise 102.5. So you talked a little bit about what's going on. What is it? What is something that you want to do? Something else you want to check off this list? An artist that you want to work with? Something that you haven't quite gotten to? Can you let us in on a few of those secrets?
I mean, there's a lot of things. The first thing that popped in my head when we said artist is Stevie Wonder. He's the greatest. And so hopefully we work together. We've talked about it. We've tried to do it, and let's see what happens. At some point, I'm going to actually get out to LA, and we're going to actually work on it.
I love that. Absolutely love that. So before we get ready to go, the one thing that, you know, I always like to ask people, especially younger people in the business, is just how you do it. You know, how do you remain true to yourself and who you are without letting your faith falter? Because, you know, a lot of young people right now, they are struggling with I think they're struggling with expressing their faith. I keep saying that, not necessarily with their faith, but with expressing their faith. How do you deal with that part? How can you encourage young people out there with that?
I don't know if it's just expressing. I think that there actually are moments when your faith is not as high as it is other times.
That's true. That's true.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say that my faith is on 10 all the time.
Listen,
I think the first thing you have to admit to yourself is, as humans, as people navigating this life, we're going to have some ups and downs. And here's the thing, God can handle that. That's the crazy thing that we don't always realize, is that we can wrestle, we can ask some questions, we can have some doubts, we can do some research, we can pray. As long as you're doing it with God, you got a shot.
You got a shot.
And so, you know, I wouldn't say that I've kept it amazing and high every time. I think that you always have to go to God whenever you are in a spot and watch how he shows himself differently in that season.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Now I'm going to give you a real life example just before we close out. So I have a son that attends school overseas. He's around all these different people, different ethnicities, people from different countries. You know, he's living in a house with 5 or 6 other gentlemen. And that's where I came, you know, was asking you the question about just expressing yourself. He says, when I'm up on Sunday mornings, because he haven't found a church in Italy that he necessarily wants to attend, I'm blasting my gospel music, I'm cleaning the house, I'm doing my thing. But outside of that, he said, Mom, I'm not really sure how I can express myself to these young men because I don't necessarily know their background. What advice would you specifically give him?
First off, I know that as saints, we really love to make sure we get the name Jesus out there. We want to scream Jesus there on the rooftops. No matter what's happening, we're gonna yell Jesus. We feel comforted when we see a cross somewhere. But I would tell him to exhibit the fruit of the Spirit, even when the name Jesus doesn't seem to fit.
Wow.
Love, joy, peace, forgiveness, kindness, temperance, meekness, those will always fit.
I like it.
And if he starts exhibiting that, you'll be amazed how many people try to figure out, hey, man, where's that all coming from?
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's why I wanted to ask you that, because see, I could tell it to him, but to hear it from you, and I'm gonna make sure he sees this.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you coming back home.
Thank you.
To Praise 102.5 and seeing us at Praise in the Park 2025. You should be here. Y'all that are watching this, you should be here. This is C. Burns for Praise 102.5.